Dealing with grief has been my biggest challenge. My father in May, 3 weeks after our fourth daughter Bolila was born. He was 74 and had mesothelioma, a cancer caused by asbestos, and he got it from working on building sites. He was healthy, never smoked and had retired a couple of years ago. My parents had got to the point where they could start enjoying themselves. 18 months after diagnosis, I found dealing with my grief difficult, because I didn't want to burden anyone. But thinking about what to say for my speech at his funeral really helped. I summed it up by saying that you want to hide the grief away, but it's actually about realizing that grief is the price you pay for loving. It's so worth paying. Having 4 kids is nuts. I do television shows, run the farm and the festival, and I thought children would be the easy bit. But they get more complicated the older they get. Everything is a conversation of wills and I'm like, just do it. Bolila rhymes with Godzilla is 15 weeks old. Neve, too, is really cute at the moment. Cora May has just turned 6 and she likes cooking and is a bit of a hypochondriac. And Molly Rose is the eldest, aged 7, and is a bit like Huckleberry Finn and loves animals. It's funny because they are all different, but they all pull the same faces as my grandmother, and there's definitely the Doherty willfulness, or can I blame the wife? I try to be involved. It's difficult because I'm away filming a lot. Sure, sometimes the last thing I want to do is a jungle collage on my day off, or speakings in the morning, but I have to put in the extra effort when I'm home. I try and stick to a routine. We make pancakes on a Saturday morning and have a roast on Sunday, and then we walk to the pub together and get an ice cream. It's important to make memories. I'm like, yes, let's have a party because you blink and your kids are 2, then you blink again and they are 5 and I think, wow, let's make sure we do stuff well. Remember, my big break was aged 13 when I was paid £1.13 an hour to work as an assistant in a tropical butterfly house. I was obsessed with animals. It turned my dad's carport into a reptile house and I had an aviary of parrots and cockatiels. This job was like the door had opened up into this magical world. My brother was interested in football and my parents were busy, and they thought my obsession with nature was a bit ours. But suddenly adults would listen to me. I found out that my big love in life was the natural world. I'm very practical about the realities of animal farming, but I believe that if we're going to eat them, they've got to have the best life and the best death possible. I can put my hand on my heart and say I haven't compromised on that. The scars in life are as important as the successes. I truly believe I wouldn't have been as satisfied if it had been an easy road. But having a passion has helped me get through adversity. I also have a strong work ethic from my parents. My dad was a bricklayer and my mum set up her own hairdresser business by the time she was 18. They taught me to be hardworking and never take anything for granted. Sometimes in marriage, the tide goes out, and the couples brave enough to wait for it to come back are the most successful. I must be the most annoying person sometimes, but my wife tolerates me. I've been with Michaela for 15 years, and we both like peace and quiet and have a common purpose with our farm. Working together is difficult, but being able to laugh helps us. If I'm packing to go on a work trip, and my wife is getting ready to go to the farm and get the 3 kids to school, and the youngest fills her nappy, and we have to wash her in the sink, one of us will start laughing. It's really important to laugh, even when the worst happens. The greatest loves of life are my wife, kids and comedy. I love nothing more than laughing. When I get friends together then time stands still, half an hour can seem like a lifetime, and all my stress is released. That's my therapy. Jimmy's secret snapshot. Jamie Oliver and Jimmy have known each other since school. We look like a couple of divs in this photo. Me and Jamie Oliver are very, very similar. We have the same jokes, conversation and even the way we talk. He says we met when we were 2. I don't know, but we were at the same infant school in the village hall in Clavering, then went to primary school in the village hall and to secondary school, and were always in the same class. It's amazing we've been friends all that time. We discovered girls together, and often went out with the same ones. After all, we lived in a village, there weren't a lot to go round. Now when we're together the television side melts away. The success of our Friday night feasts is because it's 2 mates in a car, chatting. Jimmy's Festival returns to Jimmy's Farm on the 22nd of July. For tickets see jimmysfestival.co.uk. For more information about Jimmy Doherty, Jimmy's Farm and his shop, see jimmysfarm.com.